Hi all. This is a tough map to play against zerg on. Because it's just so big. It's so big, there's so many bases. I think, yeah, there's 9 bases at this side. So the zerg can always expand rapidly, out-expand the terrain, and it can it's got a much more mobile army composition. Like you can move some of your army around, like medevacs. He can deny that, like if he goes into mutas and inspire. But you know, you can't move your whole army, especially your defensive resources like your tanks and widow mines quickly. So he can expand both sides, and he can hit you here, then he can hit you there. It's very hard to hold both sides against good zergs. You can really only defend one side. Like if you look at how Maru plays, for instance, he would just defend one side, and then he'll have to mine out one side, then he'll go and try and take the other side. And it's very hard to stop the zerg from mining like crazy. And really the way you win against zerg often is, unless you kill them early, just with like a big push, tank push or something really, is that you just have to endure the waves. The zerg trades often very inefficiently. You just have to endure the wave after wave after wave of Ling, Bane, etc. until they basically start to run out of money. And then the waves start to slow down. You can tell when you're starting to win the game when the waves start to slow down, and he starts to mine out his bases. But it's much easier to do that on a map with only six or 7 bases, a small map, than it is when there's 9 bases aside. It can be very, very difficult. So.
Command center upgrade complete.
Okay, this is full first. This is really annoying. Okay, so we're gonna get a bunker down here. I'm actually gonna put it here. And we want to come out and try and catch them early. Okay, before they get to our SCVs.
Alright, done.
Not enough minerals.
We'll play double gas.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, I can tank a bit of damage. Now, what I need to do is go scouts. What I'll do actually first is I'll keep the I'll use this SCV to scout what the floor is. Oops. So what do we got here? Oh, it is roaches. Okay. So we're going to build a high ground bunker here.
Add-on complete.
I should have built the factory back a bit. In fact, I'm going to. And I think what we're going to do is actually evacuate the low ground. We're going to have to evacuate the low ground. Ah! Land, god damn it!
Command center upgrade.
Want a piece of SCV ready?
I'm just going to salvage this.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. Bad news. Good job. In the rear with the gear.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Go.
So we've got more DPS now.
By the numbers, boy. SCV ready. Big job, huh?
Okay.
What's going on?
Okay, these are actually very weak, so I can go and kill them.
SCV ready.
Okay, we actually held it. I don't believe
In
it.
the rear with the gear. Lay it on me. Absolute.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
But at great cost, you know. Oops, you can come down here now.
SCV ready. Big job. SCV ready.
I lost this SCV. Okay, do I still have my Reaper? I don't.
Been waiting.
Add-on. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
You scared me.
Oh, I do still have my Reaper. I thought so. Okay, so let's send that
Not
across the
enough
map.
minerals.
Problem is we don't have any Hellions or anything.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
We do have 3cc, which is nice.
I can't build here.
Is this a wall?
SCV ready. Queued up, ready to
See if we
go.
can see what the follow-up is.
Let's do this.
He's seen me. Okay, he's got that base.
Certainly.
That's a Spire.
SCV
Okay.
ready.
Command center upgrade.
SCV ready.
Okay, so let's start building some turrets.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I'm gonna get the turret range upgrade.
Speak up.
I think we should probably against Spire, Banshees aren't very good, but I've already built one. Actually, I'm just gonna cancel it, honestly.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV
Oh, my
ready.
building, I've already got 2 engineering bays. What am I doing? Ah, oh, god damn it. Alright, it's actually not that bad.
I got this.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
I think our production's gonna be a bit slow here.
SCV ready.
We're definitely losing this game. Oh, you've got the Reaper out. That's kind of nice.
SCV ready.
Research complete.
Gateway coming through. I'm going.
Add-on complete.
Mayday! Mayday!
Yeah. So yeah, it was just. I'm glad I cancelled Cloak. It was a waste of time.
This bit.
So let's get some more turrets.
Add-on.
SCV ready.
And we can get a Thor if we can afford it, which we can't.
You scared me. SCV ready.
Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
Armed and
Not enough minerals.
He's gonna snipe that tank.
now SCV ready.
Additional. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Hellbat coming through.
Why did I make a Hellbat? That
Are
was
you ready?
misclick.
Not enough minerals.
Still can't afford a Thor. Okay.
Mineral field depleted.
Does it spread our forces a bit?
Research complete.
SCV ready.
Upgrade complete.
What's going on?
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready.
Not enough
Combat
minerals.
shield.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. We could use some help here.
Mineral field.
Go time.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Man, that's a lot of friggin' mutas, man.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Armed and ready. You got this better.
Not enough minerals.
What's up?
Not enough minerals.
It's starting to run out of
Additional
money.
supply depots required.
Big job. Go ahead.
Upgrade.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Alright, I'm gonna go for an attack.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready.
Research complete.
Awesome. Big job. This better be gangway. Coming through. You gonna give me orders?
Not enough minerals.
Now, does he have mutas?
Awesome.
Okay.
SCV ready.
Sorry, does he have banelings?
Go, go, go. You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for dust off.
Oh man, he's winning this fight, isn't he?
First dropping off.
Let's have a blast.
Not enough minerals.
Ah, come on.
Coming through.
What's our target?
SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? Oh, it's on.
What's he doing chasing like that? It's pretty dumb.
We could use some help here. Been waiting on you. Boy is here.
Let's get that overseer. Alright, we do have a fourth base at least. Need more racks.
Yeah, well,
We can probably go back into tank production now.
yep.
Mineral field depleted.
What's up? SCV ready. Oh, it's on. What's going? This better be good. Gotcha. Bad news. Right. Bye.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Want a piece of me? Come and fight me. It's about to get heavy. SCV ready.
Fueled up, ready to go. Lay it on me.
You gonna give me orders? Go time. Been waiting on you. What's up?
Add-on.
That's not a good fight for him. Up the ramp. Has he got too much though?
Command center upgrade complete.
Okay, nice.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's up.
You better get a Ghost Academy.
Armed and ready. This better be go time.
We might be winning the war of attrition here.
Got it.
Research complete.
I need a second factory.
Kaboom! You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, complete.
Upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Oh, he doesn't have the space yet. Okay, that's nice.
Ready for dust off.
Actually, maybe he was pretty well in.
Affirmative. Armed and ready. Shoot. It's go time.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of overload
Reporting
kills.
for action.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, it's on.
Where's
It's go time.
Mineral field depleted.
somebody? Get me out of this mess. Now what?
Kaboom, baby.
Hello?
Oh, it's on. I can't build here. It's about to get heavy.
I need more tech lab.
Bad news?
Mineral field depleted.
Go time. What's going on? Piece of me, boy. Oh, it's on.
Okay, we got good upgrades here.
Who wants some?
Now he didn't have bases on the left side, which is good to know.
Ah, you scared me. This better be good. Boom, baby. By the numbers. Let's have a blast.
SCV count is only 66.
We could use some help here.
Add-on complete.
Outstanding. Go, go, go. SCV ready. Let's have a blast. That's an exit. Go time.
Command center upgrade complete.
This better be good.
Upgrade. Unacceptable landing zone.
Oh, it's on. Who wants some?
Unacceptable landing zone.
Ready to roll out.
Add-on.
Now if he goes into ultras or something, we're probably still dead.
This better be good.
Upgrade.
One piece of me, boy.
But he would seem pretty well in.
Command center upgrade complete. Add-on.
Okay, he's coming around this side.
Ready for dust off.
Let's have a blast. Let's have a blast.
The Marauders tank.
Who wants some?
The Banelings. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good here.
Let's have a blast.
Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack.
Oh, it's on. Go, go, go. It's go time. This better be good.
Ready to roll out.
Oh, it's on. Who wants some? You gonna give me orders? Boom, baby.
Our SCV is under attack.
Why can't I select my fucking Liberator?
Oh, it's on.
Oh, let's get the Banelings.
Go, go.
Ah!
Boom, baby.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Alright, yeah, he was pushed right back. So I guess he was pretty all in at the beginning. Units lost, wow, that's huge. Yeah, this kind of aggression, the thing is like what the Zerg needs to be doing is also expanding like crazy behind this. You know, when I'm under pressure and defending against mutas, and he wants to be taking this base, this base, this base, you know, creep all the way out to here, and that's when it can be really oppressively difficult to play against the Zerg, because you're holding off these waves. This is actually 3,000 Zerg. You're holding off these waves, and he just keeps like expanding and taking the whole map's resources and just throwing it at you just constantly, and you can never really do anything about it. So we didn't even get to do any drop play. He was very aggressive. So yeah, we were behind in resource collection, but we managed to sort of eventually turn the tide, but we weren't that far behind. We had good upgrades coming through. So yeah, he was up to 80 drones. So let's watch the replay. So I think what was really different this game is I managed to hold the early roaches without taking damage. Like it's very easy to take a lot of damage early to this. So what I like to do now is actually keep the scouting SCV across the map. I think that's really good because the Reaper can't be in two places at one time. This is the challenge. So I guess, yeah, pull first early roaches. So the Reaper defends like this, right? I lost that marine, which wasn't so good. But what I did have was this scouting marine, and I came in here and I saw the roaches walking across the map. And like, I would normally keep it sort of here, but he had an overlord. I didn't want the overlord to see it. So he didn't see it there, see? Did you just see then on the mini-map that I poked in with it? If you look closely on the mini-map, you'll see that I poke in with it. He can see it on his mini-map. So if you just watch the mini-map, see there I poke in and I see the roach coming across. So that was really key. Because then I basically rallied their CVs to the high grounds, build a high ground bunker. And yeah, you just got to sack the SCVs. And the thing is, here you're sacking SCVs, but he is taking damage. And as you produce more Marines, the DPS increases. And yeah. And then I took a third CC behind it. One other problem is, yeah, I actually moved the factory back, which is also nice. Normally you build it close to the barracks because you want to swap it over and make Hellions. But if you're going to make tanks, you should make it back because otherwise he can come to the top of the ramp and he can actually start hitting and biling, you know, if this was just roaches, but if he had Ravagers, he can start biling the factory, right? And if you can't get tanks out, you're just going to lose. So if it's back a bit, he can't bile. So you just need to hold until you get your first tank out, which you can see here, and then he's not going to be able to progress to the high ground. So yeah, the game situation now is, you know, we lost, how many workers did we lose? We lost 5 workers, okay? But he's having to take an early third here. And we're going to have, you know, we've started our third. He's taking a very late third and we've got 2 sets of meals. So actually, we held it without taking critical damage. 5 SCVs hurts, but that's playable. Yeah, now, a muta pivot is actually very common. I experience this a lot because they go, oh, he knows I'm going roaches, so he's going to make a lot of tanks. And tanks are going to be useless against mutas. So we get a good scout here, and we get the Reaper out. We get a scout with the Starport. I cancelled Cloak, which was a good idea, because like the Banshees are going to be useless with mutas on the map. I'd already made one Banshee, so you know I sent it across the map and lost it. But we mitigated the damage and we confirmed mutas. And it gave us, we got an early enough scout that we could start to get the tank count up. Sorry, the turret count up. So he's getting a pretty, yeah, I shouldn't have allowed that to happen. As an overseer, you should, if an overseer comes through like that, you should always check for changelings. But he's got a comfortable economic lead here and he's making a lot of mutas. We haven't been able to put any pressure on because that's a large muta count and you're just going to die if you're out on the map when he hits with this. That repair was nice. Still not enough, but we've softened them up a little bit. Yeah, the medevacs can heal their CVs too, which is kind of nice. But you can see we've got a very significant supply disadvantage here. And I think we are losing the game at this point. Even though we've done everything right, it's 130 supply to 120. But what we do have is 1-1 upgrades with stim and combat shields. And whatever his roaches, yeah, he's got 0-0. So we do have 1-1 versus 0-0. And yeah, units like roaches and that don't scale very well, and he doesn't have banelings. But I would say we're still behind here.
Mineral field depleted.
My 4th base is very late. So let's see how this trade goes, because this is really important. So units lost are about 1,000 in my favor, 900. So let's see how it goes, because we do lose this fight, but it also matters like how expensive it is, right? So he's losing a lot of mutas in the process. Okay, we saved the thought. So this is really the key thing here. It's like, even though we kind of quote unquote lost the fight, remember we were very significantly behind in supply, right? And we are behind in economy, but not to the degree like to which with that push, like that was about 2 minutes. That was probably like, yeah, three minutes worth of his economic advantage, like worth of units traded, like lost. So if we can take a 4th and rebuild units and keep attacking, keep investing in our upgrades, then the war of attrition will start to favor us. So we didn't get any economic damage, but we traded efficiently. And then he chases in, which is also a bad idea. I mean, I wasn't rallying new units across the map, right? So he loses some roaches for free. So the supply's actually evened up a little bit here. And he is still only on 4 bases. We're still at a significant worker disadvantage, but we are going to be landing our 4th. And how are his upgrades? Let's have a look. Has he even got Evo? Okay, yeah, he's about to finish 1-1. I'm about to finish 2-2. So we're a cycle of upgrades ahead, which is very important. The triple barracks, the triple engineering bay, by the way, it's very seldom done, but if you get fast turrets and fast neo-steel armor, that's actually very good against mutas, right? Because it gives the turrets extra range and it also gives them extra armor. So it's much harder. It's harder for them to kill. So I think you know that often neo-steel armor and that are not researched till late in the game, because you want to do 1-1, 2-2, 3-3 first, of course. But yeah, this idea, I know there's an opportunity cost to everything, and in a lot of, but I think if you're playing against a lot of mutas, this is actually worth doing, because if you've got strong turrets that you can get the repair off on, it allows you to move out on the map and not worry about just dying if he comes in with mutas. I think that's really important, because like if we hadn't have pushed out and taken that trade, like we would be in a lot of trouble, right? So we just have to keep, while we can take efficient trades, we have to take efficient trades. So he's still got a lot of mutas here. But yeah, and he's attacking with a split army there, with upgrade disadvantage. Yeah, attacking up a ramp. Not ideal. Yeah, these are terrible trades. You know, you don't, like, mutas are a harassment unit, right? You're not meant to have a frontal fight against Stim Marines with medevacs and Thors. You know, that's just going to be terribly, terribly inefficient. So you can see that was a disaster. That was probably the game losing moment. That was the point where the tide turned in our favor, because we've started to close the economic gap. In fact, when you adjust for the fact that he's still only got 4 bases, you know, we've got another backup base here. We've got mules. It's actually starting to get pretty even, because he's going to be suffering from oversaturation soon. Yes, he's got oversaturation, quite bad oversaturation here. So actually, I would say that now economically we're actually ahead even. And for the first time in the game, we've got a supply advantage. So yeah, now he's got banelings. And banelings can trade very efficiently. So yeah, we get wrecked here by the banelings a bit. Yeah. So this was a... But we didn't lose any of the medevacs. Bio's sort of cheap and replaceable. And we lost minerals for gas, right? And minerals for gas, that was about an even trade. In fact, I think it might have even been slightly better for him. Let's check. Okay, it's 5,000 to 14. It was 5 to 14 and a half, so 9 and a half difference before the fight. And after the fight, it's yeah, about the same, right? So that was an even trade, but we traded minerals for gas. And this matters if you're worried about him going to lurkers and ultras, etc., which are gas heavy units. One of the ways to slow down and winnow down the count of those really lethal units like lurkers and all that is to force him to keep making banelings and depleting his gas bank. Right? Again, a very poorly considered counterattack. My tank's been sieged, but I really wasn't expecting him to counterattack like that, so that was just not great. He's got his 5th up, but I think I'm double expanding here. Yeah, I'm double expanding. We should be deep into 3-3 now. Yeah. +3. Did I forget? Oh yeah, +3 defense is only half done. But versus 2-0. Yeah, so he's been slow to continue his upgrades. So that it still hasn't shown up in a supply or money advantage. This is the thing with zerg. I mean, like, we have less money, even though, you know, there's a 20,000 resource, a 10,000 resource difference. So you've got to fight hard to fight your way back into the game against zerg. Okay, but we get some free banelings there, so that was worth it overall. So we're still only on 63 workers. He picked off about 5 there.
Mineral field depleted.
But yeah, his oversaturation, which he's starting to fix now, but he's not going to have much time to benefit from it before we hit again. His creep shred's not very good. And when there's mutas on the map, I prefer to keep my army together. Because the thing is, like, harassment can be really good, right? If you drop in here, you hit this. You drop in here, you hit this. But the thing is, he's gonna always bring his more to the fight than you. And if you're fighting with significantly less army supply, you're always gonna lose the fight. So you need to hit and run. And if he's playing Spire, like hitting and running is difficult and dangerous, right? Because the mutas can take out the medevacs, etc., and then you just end up taking bad trades. So, in this, like you see in this case, just attacking with everything, and you know, often you'll take big hits like here, but you see this. I've talked about this in another video. This is really important. Use the marauders to tank the banelings, right? Because the marines just get absolutely wrecked, right? But you see what I do here is I stem back my marines and let the marauders tank. See, watch. See, so the marauders can tank all the banelings, okay? And it's not the best trades, but it's better than just losing all your marines for free. And once you've got rid of the banelings, the marines can be really good. Yeah, so now the tide's turned, right? That was his freshest base. That was his freshest base too, because you know this is mined out now, and this is the flip side to having lots of drones in the early game is you mine out your bases faster. So you actually have to be expanding constantly. But yeah, counterattacking into a planetary here is not going to accomplish very much. It's a sort of a bit of a desperation move, I think. I don't blame him. The game's sort of over, there's nothing else he could really try. But yeah, I have a wall and bunker to fall back on now, so he's not breaking it. So once we deal with the defense... Okay, he gets some bailing hits there, but he kind of needs those at home, right? I should have been going for the banelings first, that was a mistake. But yeah, the liberators can be nice actually. sniping the banelings like that. Yeah. Good game, well played. A courteous, polite opponent. Yeah, I thought it was a really fun game, and I'm pretty happy with how I played in the end. I think I in particular dealt with the very early roaches much better than I have in a lot of games. So, yeah, I hope you guys found this game instructive and entertaining. Thanks for watching. Cheers.